Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into Advance Bravely. We're jumping into episode 13. Towards the end of episode... No, we're jumping in episode 14. Sorry. Towards the end of episode 13, they were training in the pool, and Zong was trying to teach Yao how to swim, I suppose. And everybody around was like, okay, well, this student's doing good. Maybe you should, focus on someone else's attention. And Zong just started giving these evil glances like, if y'all don't mind your own damn business, I will make y'all pay the wrath of Jesus. So then we continued on with our little training session, and that's where the episode ended. So we're just going to pick up and see where things go this time. Oh, calling him Big Brother now. Okay. And we're not in the pool anymore. Girl, he look excited. Okay, I mean, we could eat together. That's fine. Oh, okay, I see how you... Y'all warming up here. Okay, so much for waiting. Ciao. It's like, girl, I can't wait to get his meat in my mouth. I ain't waiting for nothing. I mean, same girl. Zong knows. I don't care how quickly you eat. Damn, girl. Fucking smorgasbord, Lord. Give me a Zong. You should know better to think that he would have bought this cabbage, girl. I mean, at least he's not hiding the fact that he enjoys the food like he would have in earlier episodes. Been like, oh, it's okay. I'll get you a man that looks at you the way Zong looks at Yao. There we go. I'm sure he does. Especially from what I'm reading in this damn novel, Lord. Girl, don't just sit here and watch. You gotta eat too. See, that's why I can't go on a first date where we're eating or something like that, because I look like a hot ass mess and I'm not trying to impress anybody. It's like you gotta wait for like a third or fourth date. Get used to me. Fall in love with me first, and then you can see me in my natural state. Like what they say in Cinderella, we hide our flaws until after the wedding. Girl, you don't know nothing about my favorites no more. Girl, your mom ain't gonna be happy you cheating on her with somebody.
见个面，真不容
易。我这不是忙吗？每天加班加点。
我怎么觉得你这一忙，反而更胖了？
胖了
Why you coming for me?
对啊。
可能是浮肿吧。
Don't you come for me, girl?
冯总，到你了。宝贝儿。
Oh yeah, you. We're still keeping up this charade.
给我打两个。来，喝两杯。
来。你追那丫头怎么样了？
就那边那个戴棒球帽那个我追了。
长得也就那么回事儿。
长相呢，确实不是特别出众。
Wow, okay. I was sitting here thinking, okay, I love this backwards hat look on her. It's a different take for some of the girls in this series. Sometimes they just make them over glamorized, but she's gorgeous. But okay, fine. Her looks aren't all that rude.
对了，你还没说呢，你们俩到底怎么样？
挺好的。你看他，一直在冲我们俩乐。现在呢？他是彻底离不开我俩，是见天粘着。
But is she dating you?
离不开你俩，这也叫好？
哎，你别光说我了，你最近怎么样
？But is she trying to date you though?
肯定是特别多姑娘追你吧。
Just because she follows you around and wants to watch all your gay love fantasy doesn't mean she wants to date you. Like, I don't understand this mentality these guys have.
我怎么看他对你的眼神有点不对劲儿啊？
他呀，我俩成天在一块儿，他能不惦记我吗？
你俩都这样，干脆直接在一起呗。
不是这哪成啊？我们俩可都是男的。
那要是你追上那丫头，那娘炮又对你动感情了，你到时候怎么办？
Can we find a different word, please, Lord? I mean, I get it. Maybe it's a cultural thing and whatnot, but Lord, just find a different word.
哎，你放心吧，哥们儿心里清楚呢，什么该做，什么不该做，我是不会走上歪路的。
如果他对你太好，导致你心里产生依赖。 和他在一起心里就舒坦，那你怎么办？
那我也不会犯这种原则性错误啊！即便是有，我也会从心里把他彻底扼杀掉。
Sure, because that's how feelings work.
怎么能这么糟践自己啊？
我先走了。
不是，咱还没聊两句呢。
我还有事儿，改天再聊啊。
I just don't feel like hanging. I'm sorry, I don't feel like hanging out with my homophobic friends right now.
大爷，来吃虾仁，尝尝阿姨的手艺啊！
你放心吧，阿姨，我在你家是不会客气的。
那就好，阿姨就爱看你大口大口的吃饭。哎，对了，你叔叔寄来的酱菜，我去拿啊，味道不错。
我听童泽打电话跟我说，说你心情不大好，怎么回事？
我没事儿啊。
He's a homophobe, and I don't like it.
我最近啊，就只有1个愿望。
啥？
逮着王之水那小子。
你还惦记着他呢
？All I can think about.
茶饭不思。
Left a lasting impression.
说的嘛。
那能一样吗？
Can we not get an up close skincare pimple popping session, please? And thank you.
小辉，你看我脸这咋整啊？这痘，这基本上就毁了。这以后咋找对象啊？
找对象和脸没关系，你看咱夏少长得这么帅，不照样也没对象吗？
人比人逼死人呐！之前还面色黯然，现在这水平劲儿。嘿，你哎，别动，电话。
The girl, don't you touch my face.
抓到了，好，马上到。最后可能再做。啥事儿？还别让他出来说。
He does have him some good cheekbones, though.
喂。
呀，我跟你说件事儿，昨天晚上我做了一个梦。
梦见什么了？
我梦见那个王志水被我逮着了。
然后呢？
然后呢，我就把他2只手都给卸了，5根手指头一根一根给卸了。
瞧你这点出息啊！好，先不跟你说了啊。
Is that the whole conversation? Okay.
拜拜。
I usually just text my friends if I don't have anything detailed. Well, that's because I hate talking on the phone. But still, that felt like a meeting that could have been an email type situation.
有多大事儿？结果就一合作局小瘪三儿，搞得我还领3个人过去。
可不是嘛，就那小胳膊小腿的，幸好你们叫下药过去。你看下药这块儿，1只手就能把他拎起来。
你俩说啥呢？
他舅舅家之前不总丢茅台吗？这不小偷抓着了。
怎么抓着的？
来，我跟你说啊，这小偷特别奇葩，每次偷完酒都不直接带走，而是在那喝完。你猜这回怎么着？
怎么着？
喝多了，睡了1天1宿，结果第2天都没醒，我舅都回来了。
这也太奇葩了吧！他叫啥？
叫什么李志水？
貌似是。
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
啊，只能记住后边2个字，大禹治水嘛。
他现在在哪？
现在我家关着，刚报完警，不知道被拉走没。
你现在带我过去。
不，你认识这个人？
你俩就别问了，赶紧带我过去。走。
Y'all better set up this sad romance.
我说啊，有现成的手指头，你卸不卸？
啥意思啊？
告诉你个好消息，王志水啊，可能逮着了。反正名字都一样，不知道是不是你要找的那个。哎，好，我这就给你发啊。警察在里面吗？
对，警察就在里面关着他。
人呢？
哎，里面关着呢。哎，不能进去。
我今天非弄死这个孙子！
警察在里边问话呢。再说了，你连人都没看见，谁知道是不是你说那个？
能有几个小偷叫王志水的？
I'm sure lots of people can have a common name. I don't know how common the name is over there, but I'm sure lots of people could have the name.
就这孙子，
But that's my baby.
成辉我都认识。
你小声点，有情况我跟警察说，咋咋呼呼干啥？
东北榔头，
不是说是山东
东北榔头，嘿嘿，离得挺近的啊。1个月刚回去1次。
不是说是孤儿吗？你果真让人骗得连渣都不是。
先把人带回局里，你先别太着急。
Or he's lying to the police. Who knows? Although he's drunk off his ass, so he probably doesn't have the faculties to come up with a complicated lie right
知道我
now.
有多膈应他？我那天背他穿的衣服，他睡过的床单，还有沙发巾，我他妈全给烧了。
行了行了，说点正经的。 他一共偷了你2次，在现场有没有遗留下来的证据？
有倒是有。
嗯？
我刚才不是说了吗？全让我给烧了。
让你提前备案你不备，你要是提前备案了，调查的时候就能一并牵出来。本来丢失的东西10几万，够他判几年的。现在就3瓶酒，加起来2000块不到，还不到量刑的起点，撑死了拘留15天。
我倒是没想让他判个几年，也没想追回那些财物，我就是想逮着他。
And make him your man.
他要是真判个几年的话，我什么时候等到他出狱？
服了你。
Hey, Daddy.
这么晚了还没回家？
手头事情有点多，打算就在公司睡了。
你刘元如一个人在家？
没有，他去国外旅游了。
那正好，我刚加完班，怕回去太晚吵我妈睡。先在你这儿凑合一宿，不许偷着乐啊
I saw the smile on Yao's face. Girl.
整天玩这个有意思吗？
神炮！
我在部队那会儿，电子设备是明令禁止的，尤其我是狙击手，视力保护非常重要。
你退伍这么多年，没见你跟上时代发展啊！你这种手机啊，连微信都不能发。
I don't need to send messages.
话说，最近怎么没看到你妹妹啊？
不是说了吗？出国旅游了。
可是之前我在这儿训练，很少看到她。
怎么了？你想他了？你又不喜欢他，留着他干嘛？给你添堵吗？
你不是媚奴吗？怎么还会替我考虑了？
我不是替你考虑，我是替你们俩考虑。强扭的瓜不甜，既然没有可能，干脆就让他断了这个念想。
And pursue my own thoughts. No, 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 no. It's not. No. Okay, no. Fuck that shit. We're going to the next episode. You're not. We're not going to be in the middle of a heart-to-heart conversation like that. Y'all just going to end the fucking episode. No, ma'am. Rude and disrespectful. I swear to God, if y'all pick up on the next day, I'm gonna be pissed.
你又不喜欢他
Okay.
留着他干嘛？给你添堵吗？
你不是媚奴吗？怎么还会替我考虑？
我不是替你考虑，我是替你们俩考虑。强扭的瓜不甜，既然没有可能，干脆就让他断了这个念想。
This way I can have you all to myself.
我后背有点痒，
Girl. You know what you doing. Yeah, I know what he doing. The shorts ain't doing his figure no favor, but he knows what he doing. Oh, girl. I didn't pour me a drink for this session, Lord. Got a little thigh action, okay. Don't y'all skip to the next day. I'm not ready for this night to be over. Okay. I swear to me, this episode about to fight. Your man make you feel good. Knocked his ass out. It's like, girl, you good? I do enjoy these shorts. Although that position looks terribly uncomfortable. I feel like the pillow is everywhere except for where his head is. See, I like that. And watch, I'm gonna go read the novel, and the novel's gonna tell me in this scene, Zong pounced on him and tried to slip a tongue in somewhere or whatnot, because Zong is horny as fuck in this novel. Y'all know I love me some good fight choreography. Ooh, Lord! Speaking to my childhood, watching WWE wrestling, Lord. Okay. Do we have to wear clothes? I mean, girl, he said 5 minutes. I feel like it's gonna take more than 5 minutes for you to go get your bird and get your food. That. Yeah, I ain't got time for this bird. I mean, yes, it's very nice sentiments, but I ain't got time for the bird. Y'all know I don't do birds.
Okay. Well, what?
So are we just skipping over the part where you're fighting the trainer? Because I mean that's something I was very interested to see how that was gonna go down, or is this just a long ass 5 minutes? Okay, you brought it. Okay, I'll eat it, baby. You've been devoured. Pretending as a Yao. I see you, Zong.
保护要员一共有3大范畴：第一，保护重要的人员；第二，保护重要的场馆；第三，保护重要的物资。今天我就给大家详细的分解这3点。第一，保护重要的人员。保护重要的人员，不仅仅是保护重要人员的生命安全，在某些层面上，要员的隐私已经超过了要员的安全。第二，保护重要场馆。作为一名保镖，要想全面的保护好场馆的安全，必先提前进入场馆。
这也太有爱了。
第三，
不过好怕总教官把他捏死。
所谓重要物资，包括现金。
亲一下，来嘛，来嘛，
有价票据，甚至于要员的重要合同。
See, Zong didn't even flinch a minute because Zong is he's got the iron will. He ain't gonna let nothing break him. Yeah, over here fucking around, releasing birds in the middle of training.
你把我拍的藏哪儿了？拿出来。
写检讨，合格了再给你。
这都什么年代了，还写检讨？土不土啊？
写，不写，就不要吃饭了。
行了，多大点事儿？面子有那么重要吗？大老爷们儿，霍大爷。
不是面子不面子的事儿。
那是啥？
你不是说那榴莲是买给我的吗？
Girl, he could smell it on the bird.
就这点事儿啊。
Girl, gonna get this man child. You can't hide nothing from Zong.
不是你，这个是诚心诚意送你的，行了吧？ 喂，我平板呢？
What kind of black magic? I mean, he's not the one releasing birds in the middle of training, so. I love that we just casually have these sleepovers and cooking sessions now.
哎，我给你介绍个女朋友怎么样？
为什么呀？
今天你亲小辽哥的时候，没看到那群女学员嗷嗷待哺的眼神。
Girl, we all want it.
你知道吗？突然想看你和一个女人恩爱的场景。
Okay, well, get a wig then, girl.
被柔情女子，画面特别有冲击感，想想就很热血沸腾啊！
一边待着去。
Well, girl, buy yourself a wig and some heels. So I think that's about the only way you're gonna get it. And honestly, I'd watch that.
哎，你怎么还不走啊？
That's what I'm saying. Why are we spending so much time together, sir?
你不走，我怎么找女人？
哎呦呦，那我得赶紧走人。 这玩意有啥好吃的？有这么多甜水果不吃，天天啃这破大酸家伙。
这个一点都不酸，越咂摸越甜。不信尝尝。
Teach him about your sweet fruits.
酸死爷了！
I'm gonna have these magical wind chimes. Girl, you better loosen your tie. What? Oh, is that the excuse we're using? That the excuse we going with? Lord, why did I not pour a drink before this starting watching this?
你千万要把游戏记录给我保存了，不然刚才那会儿。
So we're having another sleepover, is what I'm hearing.
怎么了？
Mama's gonna wonder why you never come home anymore and why you always eating out.
宣大宇告诉我这款机器能玩大型游戏，结果还不是卡没了，浪费我感情，气死我！
Didn't you know that Zong's also a computer engineer and he's gonna somehow hack into the iPad and give it more memory? Give him 5 minutes. Also, you could just like pause the game and clear out some other stuff that you got on the iPad. But baby, come to bed.
我在部队那会儿，电子设备是明令禁止的，尤其我是狙击手，视力保护非常重要。
你退伍这么多年，也没见你跟上时代发展啊。
He's willing to learn for you. Military man got the bed not only made, everything folded immaculately and child, I ain't got the time in the mornings.
不会是昨儿机器故障，今儿又好了吧
What I tell y'all? What I tell you?
游戏记录没完全恢复到我昨天玩的进度，还差了一小节。应该是人为的，不是机器的问题。
What? Girl, wash the damn razor, Lord. Sorry, I'm just accustomed. Stroke, wash, giggity. But like, Lord. I guess he doesn't have a whole lot of facial hair on his face to deal with, so he can...
哎，问你话呢。
No, let's have some more shaving cream play fight. Let's go back to the... I mean, Emporio Armani makes some great underwear. I feel like we should try some of that on, maybe a little bit, for educational purposes. Make sure that they'll work underneath your training uniform and whatnot, and things.
请问一下，这款风衣多少钱啊？
打完折3699元。
这么贵？买完这件衣服卡里就剩300多块钱了。那你们这儿几点关门啊
？10点关门。
算了。
好，先生，在这里输下密码。
好了。
先生，您拿好您的衣服。
谢谢。
Now, who did we buy the coat for? Is the question. Okay, I'm fine ending there. Okay, so I just read through like 8 or 9 chapters, and I'm still not caught up to where we left off in this episode. But I can't read anymore. It's too much. It's too much. So let's focus on the episode, or episodes, I should say, and yeah, give some thoughts. So we started off in episode 14. And Lord, I feel like I've been reading so long that I forgot what happened in 14. So let's backtrack and see what happened in 14. We started off... Okay, so we started off with not where we left off in the pool, but with Zong cooking Yao this meal, which seemed like a random jump to me, but then in reading the chapter from where we left off, it filled in some gaps and I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense. In a nutshell, basically, where we left them off in swimming practice, there was a lot of swimming, splashing, guiding, holding, caressing, body touching stuff that happened as a result of, swimming. And, Zong, his manly beast, or however they keep referring to it, he was standing at attention. And Yao noticed this, but he pretended not to notice. And they were practicing for 3 hours, and by the end of the 3 hours, he was so blew the whistle, dismissed everybody. Okay, go on break or whatever. And Zong wasn't getting out of the pool, and Yao decided that he was gonna make a scene about it. So he's like, Director Zong, or whatever, why aren't you getting out of the pool? Do you have a cramp? Blah blah blah. Basically trying to get him to come out and expose the fact that he's got an erection. And obviously Zong's not gonna do that. And, you know, the way the novel described it, it's like, you know, any other man could, you know, hide it, whatever. You point it to the sky or whatever, but him, it was like a cannon just ready to just, I'm like, Lord Jesus, okay, sure, whatever. So basically he made this whole big to-do about it, but, you know, it didn't work. Zong didn't get out. Nobody got embarrassed. And then as the day ended and all the, you know, trainees were leaving, blah, 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 Yao was still kind of like taking his sweet ass time, getting himself dressed, whatever, in the, you know, locker room. And he didn't want to like rush home because it was cold and, you know, there was still heat on in this place, and he was trying to stay warm for as long as he could, and by the time he got home he would still have to wait for dinner, so he's just trying to stay warm, whatever. I forget how the novel phrased it, but he was lingering behind while everyone else had left. And, you know, slowly but surely all the lights in place were like turning out because, well, people were going home for the weekend, so, you know, turning off the power. So the lights went out in the dressing room, and he's like, hey, I'm in here, and all of a sudden, like, the shadow creeped up on him, and he's like freaking out. So then he takes off running, but then the shadow, who obviously is Zong, grabs him and pins him up against the wall. And then there's this whole other session of pinning up against the wall and lifting him up by the ass and forcefully kissing and this, that, and the other, and nipple play and armpit play and all this other kind of stuff, which is like, okay, I'll clutch my pearls a little bit, I'm okay. But at the same time, I'm like, this is not the Zong that I have come to know and love. The Zong that I have come to know and love while watching this series is a gentle creature. Yes, he is fierce. He will put you in your place. He will knock your ass down. He can fight you. He is strong. He is manly. He is delicious. But he is not someone who's just gonna pounce on you and, you know, force his will on you like that. Like this novel is sexualizing some other stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about all this. But basically, in the throes of the passion, they didn't do the do, because eventually Yao kept hitting Zong in his weak spot, which I think is like his shoulder or something, and that like snapped Zong out of his horny mode, and he's like, oh, okay. And then Yao's like, put me down, I'm hungry, stop fooling around, let's go eat something. And then that's where this whole smorgasbord of cooking started, or came into the picture, after erections in the swimming pool and attacking in the dressing room. Now we got smorgasbord of cooking. I don't know if I'm gonna read this novel anymore, at least not while reacting to this series, because it's too much. It's too much. But yeah, oh Lord, I feel like so much happened in these novels between just these two scenes alone. So between Zong making this food for Yao and then Yao going to meet his friend at the bar, like there's this whole other subplot here of Yao going to catch these criminals or whatever and getting shot or something, breaking his arm. His arm's in a cast at this point, and then with his arm in a cast, he then went back to, he was going to go home, but then he had the taxi driver take him back to the training place, and then that's where he sees Zong, and Zong takes care of him, and, you know, basically sponge baths him, and all these other shenanigans. And then there was this whole other sleepover thing at the office that happened there with the broken arm, with Zong, and Zong just pouncing again, and all the nipple licking and feeling and the wet underwear and the all this and that, and I'm like, Lord Jesus, Lord. So yeah, all of that happened before, like, I'm only 6 minutes into that first episode that I watched, and so many like behind the scenes things have happened in the novel that aren't in here, which I'm like, okay, I get some of the censorship, but Lord. So yeah, all that happened, and Yao was feeling some kind of way. Zong, I can't go through it anymore. Y'all read the damn novel. Y'all read it. Y'all see what I'm talking about. But all that stuff happened, and then Yao went to meet his friend at the bar, and that whole scene went down, which makes the whole some of the context of what Yao was saying about, you know, what if, you know, he makes you feel good and, you know, like you need him, blah, 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 blah. And then his friend's like, no, I would demolish those feelings, blah, 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 we're two men. And, you know, that obviously made Yao upset. Like, that's where things kind of filled in those gaps. And then I stopped reading the novel at that point. Like I said, I was already 8 or 9 chapters in, and I would have been here all damn day reading, trying to catch up to where I left off in episode 15. So I left it there, and I think I might just leave it there for a while. I'll come back to it some other time. But yes, so as far as the series went, well, Yao doesn't have a broken arm, so that's different. But now the thief guy, who I love from the last episode, came back into the picture, and Yao's friend is all upset. His friend has been obsessed with this thief guy who, you know, ripped him off. And then the story time that he gave him seemed like the story he gave was nothing but total BS. And yeah, so, you know, I do feel like he's supposed to be playing some more important part. Maybe he's part of a secondary ship, maybe he's not, but I feel like as much attention as they're putting on this thief guy, he's gonna play some sort of important part in the rest of the story, and the characterization of Yao's friend. I mean, because if nothing else, it's distracted Yao's friend from being not necessarily distracted him from being attracted, but that storyline about him basically harboring all these unrequited love feelings for Yao has more or less just kind of vanished from the narrative, because he's all focused about this guy who, you know, stole stuff from him and whatnot. So maybe we're gonna make something out of that. But yeah, then we had a nice moment of, you know, Yao going to the office, and he's like, well, I think I'm gonna sleep here tonight. You know, it's too far for me to go home, so I'm gonna sleep here tonight. And I'm like, you know what? The way that it works out in the series, me watching it, seems so much cuter and so much more adorable than the things I'm reading, and all these lewd, lascivious, just sort of situations going down. I'm like, Lord, what? Y'all find this romantic? This novel over here ain't romantic to me. Like, yes, there are parts of it that I'm like, oh, the descriptions, what I'm reading, oh, this is hot. Ooh, yes, clutch my pearls. But at the same time, I'm like, Lord, if I gotta read Yao sitting here fighting him off one more damn time, or Zong sitting here forcing his tongue into places one more damn time, I'm like, Lord, you know what? Sexy? Consent. Consent is sexy, okay? So Zong in this novel is horny as fuck, and he does not understand consent, apparently. Whereas Zong in the series is soft, gentle, caring, romantic, and that is what I want. And that is what I want. So yes, the way their relationship progresses in the series feels a lot less aggressive, and it feels a lot more romantic, and I like it. I like this adaptation. So y'all who are, you know, saying, oh, all this, it's got censored and, you know, it's nothing but a bromance and whatnot, y'all need to reevaluate some things. I'm not judging you, but I'm judging you. Okay? So yes, he's like, it's too far, I'm gonna spend the night here. And then, you know, they start having a good conversation, and then the episode ends, and I'm like, oh, fuck that shit. We going to the next episode, y'all. I'm not about to cut this episode right here, right now, like this. I'm not here for it. So then we jumped straight into episode 15, which thankfully picked up where we left off in the conversation. Yeah, so we're talking. He's playing his game. He's like, can you scratch my back for me? So he scratches his back and knocks his ass out. There was some training that was happening, and I was kind of hoping that we were going to get to see the Yao fight against the trainer, but no, I guess not. Then there was a whole bird situation happening. I'm just kind of scrubbing through, seeing what other stuff. Like, if nothing else, there's Yao and Zong are spending a lot more time together, which I like seeing, because in the earlier episodes, Yao was very just like, will you leave me alone, which, you know, rightfully so. There's this random hot man just stalking him. But it's gradually grown from this constant, oh my god, I can't stand to be near you, I can't stand to look at you, oh my god, you're the worst thing ever, to, hey bestie, how's it going? I just wanted to come and watch you cook, or hey, I just wanted to spend the night, little sleepover action, hey, yes. There was that little bit there where Yao was like, you know, I keep picturing, I keep imagining you with a girl. Oh, I would love to see you just make out with a girl. I'm like, girl, better grab yourself a wig or something, because I'm pretty sure he's got his eyes on one lady, boy. Okay. Yeah, fruits, more sleepover action. Yeah, I was kind enough to try, and he's like, I don't do this stuff, but I know that you love this, so I'm assuming he cleared off some space on his iPad, and then he tried to make up the score or make up the points, and then Yao just deleted the game. I'm like, girl, rude, I ain't got time for you. And then, you know, the episode finished with him buying this jacket, which I don't know if this jacket is supposed to be a gift. I feel like it's supposed to be a gift for Zong. I'm hoping it's a gift for Zong because of the sweetness. But yeah, clearly, you know, he was debating buying it because, like, he had the finances to buy it, but he's like, oh, that'll only leave this much money left on my card if I do it. And he's like, okay, fine, give me the coat. So I'm assuming it's a gift. We'll have to wait and see. But all in all, episodes, cute, love them. Novel, too much. It's too much. And I think I'm just gonna wait until after the series is done, and maybe I'll go back and read the rest of the novel. I know, like, in the back of my head, I had this whole idea that I've had for a while, especially since I've started reading the Cherry Magic novels, of like doing a series of videos kind of comparing and contrasting the BL novels, or, you know, mangas or whatever, and the adaptations, and just, you know, seeing what things have changed, what things are, you know, different things, ideas I've had floating around in my head with like Cherry Magic. I've already got the mangas for Antique Bakery. Obviously I'm reading the novel adaptation here. So yeah, maybe that's something I'll do in the future. Maybe it's not. I don't know if my heart will be able to handle the rest of this novel. We'll just have to wait and see. But either way, those are my general thoughts. The series is adorable, and I love the relationship. The novel is a lot to take in. And, you know, I can see how it can be exciting and, you know, sexual to some people. For me, it's not quite my cup of tea. As y'all know, I find consent to be the sexiest aphrodisiac in the world. So, yeah, things, and more things. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments, and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. Love you guys.